Alright guys, so shop update time. It is currently 1:30 in the morning. I am on night shift, so for those who are trying to contact the shop, try contacting between 2 o'clock p.m. and 2 o'clock a.m. That's when I'm trying to work right now. It is, during the day, almost 100 degrees out there, and these little ACs are expensive to run. So I'm trying to run them in the evenings so they don't have to work so hard, so I'm a little more comfortable and I still get progress done. So, let's run through the shop update. Scotty's bike's in here. Scotty went ahead, he's got his new 05 head, ported, polished, all the goodness on there. Reset the cams where we had to set them to get the valve to piston we needed. He just put a seat pan on. This girl is ready to go on the dyno. I have to retune it. The carb bike, Tree Man's bike, is running. Okay, I went ahead and made myself a dandy little manifold for the fuel. I need a barb tomorrow to go here, and then a barb for the... Well, I originally had that fitting down here and pump fed, but apparently these can't be pump fed. So, I had to switch it up. Anyway, I got a couple fuel lines to do and a Mac valve to put on for the air shifter, and this girl should be ready for the track. It sounds great. Here's a clip. Yep, sounds pretty good. The Turbo Omoth X-Ray Bow, I don't actually know which name to use. Anyway, his motor is out. He had a broken timing chain and his guides were shredded. I don't know how, by some miracle, he didn't hit a single valve. He was running down the road when this thing popped, so he didn't hit a single valve. So I have gone ahead and pulled the head, inspected it, checked the valves, everything's good. New timing components throughout. It's new, all three new guides, new chain, new hardware for all that because of the impact it took. I'm waiting for a time cert kit. This bolt is stripped out. It was gobbed in there with silicone. He had told me about it. I forgot. That was my bad. Once I have that, I can flip it, stuff second gear in it with a new shift fork, and this can go back in the bike and we'll be rocking and rolling. Scotty is going to do fork seals on that bike, and I have gone through and re-welded his wastegate on. Now, how long that's going to hold, I don't know. It is old iron syndrome. It kept trying to crack on me, even though I preheated the living daylights out of it. We have updated the run stand to hold a dash properly now, by the way. Speaking of transmissions, so today I found a new supplier for my back cutting. He's got a much better deal for me. Stack that onto some better suppliers for gaskets and such and so on and so forth, because I used to use OEM, now I use Cometic. I'm able to reduce the price. So, if you have a Gen 1 Hayabusa with a skipping second gear, feels like the chain skipping in second gear, I can fix you up. $1,200, ride in, ride out. I will have everything in stock. So, hit me up if you need that, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. This girl is sitting here. He has tossed around the idea of building a motor. I have everything to build a motor in one of those bins, or if he's going to just sell the roller. So if you're interested in the roller, you can hit up Spencer Johnson. Apparently the builder is not going to give him a new motor. I was kind of surprised by that to begin with, so I'm not surprised when I got told he's not. The Silver Turbo is going to go on the dyno this week. Brett's, I've got to jump on X. X was here technically first. X has been here a long time, but X was waiting on Ron. He had life come up. I understood. The 14. The ZX14 is together. The engine has oil pressure. Everything's good. I don't have a tip sensor, and I got to put the gas tank on, but the battery's screwed. So I need a battery to start it and a tip sensor to start it, and I don't even know if the fuel pump's any good. The Slave's not good. The Slave blew the seal as soon as I pulled the clutch the first time. The front brakes are shot. They won't bleed out. Fork seals are blown out. Tires are gone. But it has a great motor in it with all the oil mods. This little 01 Gixxer came in for a intermittent shutting off and sometimes just wouldn't start. He had a kinked off fuel line. So I lifted the tank up. It'd fire up great, set the tank down and die. But it wouldn't run great. It ran like butt, for lack of better terms. It ran like poo. So I went ahead and pulled the injectors up, threw them on the bench. They were really bad and they wouldn't clean up. So I threw a set of good used injectors in there. It purrs like a kitten now. I also put a fuel filter housing in there too. Still waiting on the orange bike to get picked up. I believe that brings us on to Busa X. Now, I will be doing a video tomorrow specifically on Busa X, but I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. Turbo is on. Boost control is plumbed. Boost control is hung. Everything's nice and neat. The turbo is going to have to come back off. He contacted me earlier asking about an oil filter relocator. He is correct. He needs one. You have to physically remove the turbo to change the oil. But the turbo looks like $1,000,000 in there. Let me get that back on there. Keep all the dirt shit out of it. I've had it covered up with... Thank you. Everything still lines up perfectly like it should. Anyway. The plenum, I went ahead, put the IAT sensor in it, welded the top back shut, so it's ready to go on tomorrow after I get the new plugs in and all this plumbing tidied up. It's actually not bad. Most of that's actually stuff I touched. And then I have to change up the connectors for the injectors. From there, I'm hoping that tomorrow is a startup video. No. Complete? No. I still have to do compressed air, charging system needs rerouted, and I have an exhaust to do, which I have a muffler sitting here. I'm going to hang on this thing. I got to figure out a bracket for it and do a little bit of fab work on the exhaust to make it reach, but I'll make it work. I think that's everything we got going right now. Yeah, it's everything we got going right now. So, leave you off there. Hope you all enjoyed the update. I'm going to head home, shower, shave, get to bed, get up about noon tomorrow, and come on back down. Later.